Why? Yes, Zambians are.
Today is your future. Today is your future. This is Dr. John Mwansa Lukomona. Welcome to today's program. Today's program is a very special program that I'm bringing to you for the very first time. And once you sign in to this channel, I would like you to continue with me because you will find valuable information on this program. The program centers on the entrepreneurial aspect of everyday life, focusing on Africans in diaspora and those in the mainland. Can Africans in diaspora and those in the mainland work together and enhance productivity? Can Africans find opportunity and make Africa a place where they can say, I did contribute in investment? What are Africans doing who live abroad? What is your mindset? And in these programs, I'll probably use a wide range of models, countries that have begun soaring up in terms of the growth of GDP. And what does that mean? I'm Zambian, I come from Zambia, and I'd like to use Zambia as a model because I understand working at family level and community level. And I'll introduce other communities and see what sort of things we can learn from each other and be able to maximize the profitability that Africa is predicted through the statistics companies such as the World Bank, The Economist, and so forth. Before I go into the program, I just want to make some few announcements, and the very first announcement is about some materials I'd like you to get hold of. These materials are very important. This book is Every Zambian is a Millionaire, and it's a book that encapsulates my personal journey to actualization of certain things that I've done in life and what can be shared with the community. Now, let me read the flip side of the book, the last page, the cover page here, the summary. I just want to read a caption here. It says, Every Zambian is a Millionaire is a motivational series directed to the people of Zambia, Zambians living in the diaspora and Zambians living in the mainland. The motivational book series are applicable, I beg your pardon, applicable and can be enjoyed by all Africans living in diaspora and Africans in the mainland. So if you get this book, it's also applicable to you. Furthermore, listen to this. At the time I was writing this book, I hadn't met many Africans in business conferences, and this is why I had to include this. But now I do meet quite a lot of them, but I want more and more to be there. Listen, for you Africans living abroad, there are changes that you need to make in terms of information exposure. Many of you brothers and sisters have been locked on that employment desk and you've never attended any investment conference of some sort. I repeat, this was written at a time when I had not met many people from my background in the conferences, but now I do meet them. But I would like to see as many of you as possible in these investment conferences because that's where you find knowledge to show you how you can invest properly in Africa. And I've got, this book is £6 flat, including postage and packing. And I've also got another DVD which I did many years ago. It's called Assets or Liabilities. It actually looks at the sort of things which are good about yourself, places you go to, are they bringing good value to your life or taking away from your life, and things like that. It's a very, very good resource material. Good for business education as well. This one is going at £7. It's a DVD, good material, including postage and packing. Another one which I like so much as well is Become an Employer. Simply how do you become an employer? When you listen to this material, it's a DVD. It's also available at £6, including £7, I beg your pardon, including postage and packing. This is very, very, very good. It looks at the young people, how they can become employers, basically it's talking about business. It covers other groups as well. It's simple and straightforward information that is required for any business. The main story, the main purpose for this production today.
This is where you stand. No more free microphone. For the purpose of production, you want, when we release this DVD, to be excellent, just as the event itself is excellent according to your feedback, not my own feedback, because I'm a part of the organizing committee. And towards the end, I'll introduce the organizing committee and the board of Amaka Awingi as an honor to everybody, so that you can know who's who in the organization and our partners. I'll leave that towards the end so that we can enjoy the most of the day. Your Excellency, Lieutenant Ken Nkunika and Mrs. Nkunika, and all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I will call the next speaker, who will speak to us for very few minutes, 5 minutes. And the rules are, once you see me stand there, you are to wind up. When I was doing business studies, they taught us how to pitch yourselves. Say who you are, what services you provide, how people can buy into your services, and how people can invest into your business, how they can partner with you. Don't share the money alone. Partnership is a thing that we recommend a lot. So those few aspects must be covered in your pitch. Be as positive as you can. Okay. Now allow me to introduce to you Reverend Julius Banda, a man that works in the community, specializes in counseling of marriages, people in business. If you make a lot of money, he can provide counseling for you, how to spend it nicely. Probably one of those lines it might include, go and see Dr. Komona. Put your hands together to Mr. Pastor Julius Banda. Is going to talk about Zambian businesses to be able to donate towards the good causes in the community. Big hands.
His Excellency, High Commissioner to Zambia, Madam High Commissioner, I'll present this topic as given from the biblical perspective and the spirit of entrepreneurship. The background. The Zambian Population Index shows an alarming increase in population growth, an alarming decrease in population growth. In 2010, population increased by 13.46%. In 2011, population increased only by 6.3%. In 2012, population is projected to increase by only 3%. And that is a decrease. Current year, 2012, age groups, population percentage, and numeric equivalent, we can see that in the current year, 46.7% is the age group between 0 to 14 years old. 2.5% is the age group above 65 years old. and 50.8% is the age group between 15 to 64 years old. Now, if we tweak a little bit between 0 to 16, we can see that years old, we can see that half of the population of Zambia is within the vulnerable group, age group of 0 to 16 years old. And that is a lot of concern. Concern and effects. In 2002, AIDS and HIV was between 15 to 19% of the population of Zambia. In 2010, AIDS was between 25 to 30% of the population of Zambia. The results of the above effects is often children and widows. These are distinct vulnerabilities. And these distinct vulnerabilities in high-risk population of HIV and AIDS bring about rooted structural inequalities and equal power relationships, and may be reinforced in political and economic systems. Giving. Giving is the heartbeat of God, and from biblical sense, and God commands the power of blessing in it. Do not forget the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth. I would like to stir the business entrepreneur to give to charity. The charities that are confident and know what it takes to get the job done in the kingdom. Wealth creation. God will give the business communities and entrepreneurs the frameworks and infrastructures for wealth creation. These must connect directly in God's kingdom in order to bring their particular gifts to bear on holistic mission in the marketplace. The spiritual and social entrepreneur will be more sensitive to give shape to the new communities of faith, hope, and love, with the larger benefit to their community. The power of giving. Let us give to charities that will undertake, who will organize, manage, and assume the risk of business or enterprise, that will redirect the resources to poverty alleviation for those who are less privileged. Let us give to raise capacities to empower the orphans and the widows in order to reduce on-street children, even through education and skills building. We have a moral obligation. Strategic giving. Let the business community and entrepreneur give generously through strategic donation, giving and sowing seeds of love to charities that take responsibility of the needy of the society, HIV and AIDS and orphan children. Let us give generously to charities that have the spirit of entrepreneurship in the kingdom, who create opportunities for jobs, who know that people are not objects of exploitation for profit making, but rather to make people more human and to build families and communities, creating social balances that are in their need. Fulfill God's command. When we give generously, even by faith, we fulfill God's principle of giving and invoke God's blessings with power. Therefore, businesses can play a big role in creating social developments that will have lasting impact upon people's lives and livelihoods when conducted in the fear of the Lord. The implications. The implications of poor access to every aspect of health and development is denial to the most vulnerable groups of our society, of health services, of education attainment, and economic empowerment. The responsibility. Therefore, entrepreneurs and business communities can both bring about potentially powerful strategy in raising awareness of behavioral, social risk factors and implications for the affected population through their giving. Let the giving be such that it will impact upon the orphan, the widow, and the poor people's lives and will reflect in them. The reflection should be in their health, education, social interactions, economic opportunities, safety, legal protection, and the right to life, which only God gives. This has an overbearing on the social and economic development of a nation. Giving cheerfully. God loveth a cheerful giver, not grudging nor necessary. Remember, he hath dispersed abroad, he hath given the poor, his righteousness remaineth forever. Let your giving be a seed that sow not sparingly, but in time you may reap also bountifully. I can see Dr. Lukomona standing, so I suppose.
A very, very big hand.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When I move one to here, Ms. Hoba, thank you very much. Allow me to invite Mr. Greso Mansa, an entrepreneur, a motivator, a business owner, Mr. Greso Mansa. A big hand, please.
Thank you very much. I don't know whether my presentation is on, but I'll come to it shortly. Basically, I'm involved in quite a number of investment initiatives. But what I would like to present to you just now is what I've found that amongst us Zambians, obviously because of our